You're share my screen. I'm not gonna say any names. Motherfucker tell me that I got something coming my way. Bring that shit. I don't care about none of that. You see this right here? They owe me so much money for illegal confinement. Then the records got lost. But one judge, a captain, was like, fuck that, let him out. I don't remember his name. They wouldn't do count or anything. I was down Quantico. They stripped me naked, put me in the cell, the same cell they had John Hinckley Jr. in. When I say I'm not to be trifled with, I mean it. I'm not to be trifled with because listen, you go down there and you give all of yourself to these people. And that shit y'all see on Full Metal Jacket, it don't be like it's not. This is a movie. This dude will get in your face, but he usually have two other guys with him. This would be a senior drill instructor, and then they have two other instructors. So it'd be three of them all the time. You sleep in these racks, they come throw a fucking can down the middle of this, John, just to wake you up. 6 days, I think it was like 6 or 7 days before we were supposed to graduate. It was a white guy named Nazarene. He was playing around. If the drill instructor would have if a captain would have came in there, he had taped somebody to the bed. Black guy that had drank like 4 bottles of Listerine, got alcohol in it, got drunk. But the drill instructor didn't know that it would make him drunk. So he was going by checking our shaves, and the bull fell out. But as a platoon, we backed our drill instructor. So when the drill instructor went back into his little hut, I went up to Nazarene and I knocked him the fuck out. I knocked him out. But Nazarene came back with a moonbeam and beat me in the head. And knocked me out. So I woke up in the hospital, and you know who was sitting there? My senior drill instructor. Now I'm in third phase, and they calling me a Marine because they call you a recruit the whole time. You don't even get to blouse your boots or anything like that. The new Marines coming in, they call you sir, because they don't even know what your rank is. So I'm in the hospital, but I know my grandma, my mom, and my girl at the time, they on their way down there. They was trying to keep me in the hospital, and then they was going to recycle me for 90 more days. Immediately, I lied. I fell out the rack. I don't know what happened. And that's how I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I didn't tell on that boy because I ain't want him to get locked up, or I ain't want them to fucking recycle the whole platoon. When the people came over and started asking me questions, I told them I fell out the rack. And then when I got back, and they was trying to keep me, so I sneak out the hospital with the fucking IV in my arm and get the fuck back on the other side of the base down Paris Island. They was at the movies. My drill instructor saw me. He couldn't believe that I walked in the movies. So he reported me to the captain. The captain tried to walk me up to the swamp where there's alligators at. I don't give a fuck about them alligators. I'm telling you, I fell out the rack. I didn't give a fuck what they was going to do. I was not staying down Paris Island in fucking July with these big ass fucking bugs they used to have down there. These big ass flies used to land on us while we drilling. And our drill instructor used to take an antenna. If we didn't hold that rifle right, he would hit us with it. I didn't know why, but he was they had these things for like who can drill. So you have a competition while you're down there, you got to drill with that M16. But my drill instructor, he wasn't the senior drill instructor. He liked our shit tight. Boom, bang, 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 bang. Our movements, everything, inspection hours, all of that. So we used I'm telling you, these big ass flies is biting you, and you gotta stay still, or get hit with that antenna. But our platoon, 1064, they didn't like, the judges didn't like us. We was the hardest and the sharpest. We was knocking the guard off. We was knocking it off. That's how much snap we was putting into our movements, and we lost because of that. Because we was too sharp. I can't help who I am. And then I was only supposed to be in the reserves, but I scored so high. They wanted me on active duty. So I was at Penn State for only 2 years. I didn't even finish I didn't even finish college. I'm glad I didn't. Because me personally, I think it's a waste of time. So I go work for the military. I save them all this money. And then they didn't let me go to my sister's funeral. A white lieutenant colonel. He wouldn't let me go to my daughter's funeral. My little sister's funeral, I had to watch it. on a VHS tape. Then this same lieutenant colonel locked me up for bouncing a check and disobeying direct order. And his direct order was for me not to come to the unit, but go straight to the naval base. Yeah, because Gunny Brown at 240, he's like 240 pounds. His name was Gunny Brown. Lied to him and said that I hit him. And he really knocked my tooth out. I ain't say shit. He gave me a 9-year sentence for that. All because the one female sergeant that was up there, she liked me because I was nice to her. I took her all around Philly. She was from Louisiana. Took her all the way around Philly, showed her, took her to the Liberty Bell, everything. Ain't that I ain't scared of shit. I ain't worried about shit. Because I never really got a chance to get, you know, all that anger off. And then they shipped me to Leavenworth because I was too much for them down there in Quantico. Then they got my paperwork fucked up and put a dishonorable discharge on it. But that got corrected. And then it got lost. And to this day, yeah, a fire happened. And yeah, all my fucking military paperwork. I don't got it. Somebody got it. The VA got it. But I won't go down to them because I don't fucking want there to be too many people down there. So every state has how they determine whether you are a veteran. But they can't do that because I'm not in the National Guard. I was in the military. I was one of the president's own. I ain't never cry about that shit. I ain't never do nothing. I just learned my life's lesson. And I heard Boosie say that one time. Because it ain't like I ain't never do shit. I did do some shit. And I heard Boosie say, yo, don't tell. Because if you go to jail, sometimes you go to jail for something that you didn't get caught for. Everybody. So I don't judge people. I don't give a fuck what they did, except for touching on little kids. And then you try to trample on my rights. I ain't having that part first, but little kids, so, so it's this place underground at Fort Detrick, Maryland. So they put me in there in this I don't know what the fuck it was. It looked like one of them things Michael Jackson was in. Put all these things in my head. I don't know what they did. I don't know what it was for. They just came and picked me up one day and took me there. And then they showed me a picture. Somebody sent me a picture, and my daughter had that same thing on her. And she ain't in the she wasn't in the military. At least I don't think. I don't know what she. I don't know if she CIA. I don't know what she is. I don't know. She says she did. I went to a graduation. Seen her walk across the John. It could be a nurse, but I don't know who approached her down there or whatever. I don't know. No. So after doing all that time in Leavenworth, between Leavenworth and Monica, I just learned a lot of stuff. I was, and when I say this, I'm not saying this because I'm trying to get some clout or anything like that. I was locked up with somebody named that knew Erica Badu, knew the Clintons. I was locked up with a lot of different people down there. At Leavenworth, they said that's where the smartest criminals are. I heard a lot of stories, and I hear stories of people being locked up for years just because they had an affair. Because the military, under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, they feel that's illegal. They'll put you in jail for having an affair. They'll put you in jail for sodomy, not just going in the booty. Yeah, for putting your uh, you know your lips down where it ain't supposed to be. So if a nigga tell me to suck his dick, I take that real personal. When I say personal, I'm talking about to the point, yo, bro, I will kill you. But this for entertainment purposes only, because the feds on here. And when I say I would have chopped that nigga up down there, I would have chopped Ratchet TV up down there. I don't give a fuck what was going on down there. Military, I gave them all that time, and they didn't pay me until they had me on a court martial. And the lawyer I had, not the one that my grandmother paid for, the lawyer that was from the military said, yo, they don't have jurisdiction over you, a reservist, but you did all of these tours. Called self-executing orders. You restart at 12 midnight every 90 days. Those get lost. So it looks like, yeah, that I have a dishonorable discharge, but those get upgraded to what they call the big chicken dinner. Yeah, bad conduct discharge. And then you can ask for it to be reviewed. So I asked for it to be reviewed. But they overturned the case and just never changed the tone. Just came to the they just had me go over to a place called TDS, talk to my lawyer, say, yo, you going home today. But I didn't want to leave. So I would, that's where I learned to cut hair in there. At Leavenworth. At Leavenworth. Not really. You're in you're in prison, but they treat you like you're still in the military. You gotta have your shit pressed up, shoes shine, go to your job every day. Ain't no just sitting back, chilling. But before I even went there, like I said, they took me to talk to some psychiatrist, and as we was packing up to go and replace somebody, when we got there, they called me back. I got recalled because of some psychiatrist. I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. I don't know. I don't even remember what I said to him. I don't hate the military though, because that's to me as a father. That's the only father I know. Is them. So it just seems like it's these fires that just keep fucking following me, burning up all my memories. Unless I have it saved on my computer or something like that. That for someone to say start talking about some shit they don't know. If you wasn't in the military and you start talking shit about salute and all that shit, I'd really be wanting to fuck somebody up for that. And I, most veterans they don't like hearing that. Thanks for your service. Because if you seen anything, that ain't something. Listen, like I said, when I got there, they they recalled me, and the VA just won't release my fucking record. They just won't release my serviceman record book. They keep sending me this one fucking sheet, and I'm like, yo, where's the rest of my fucking time where I got all of them things that I did showed that all of the people I buried, chase, I chased when I had to do it. It's be a chaser. That's what they call them, chasers. When you take somebody to their court martial, and this dude, he had raped people at Fort Dix. His name was Guthrie. And people would leave when the man would leave the house, he climbed right in the window. At least that's what they was testifying to at the joint, at the court martial. And believe it or not, when you at E3 and you seeing a sergeant or somebody like that get court martial, and then they tell him, you hear him, they gave him life for every woman he raped. So he had like 6 life sentences or 7 life sentences. I forgot what it was. His joint was at the Philadelphia Naval Yard, and then I was there for some fucking bounce checks and disobeying a direct order. And what was my others? They had like these other dumb charges, there wasn't nothing. But they got rid of those because I had a good lawyer. Yeah, it had something to do with identity, and that was that wasn't my first experience with racism or anything like that. But yeah, this cop supposedly said he saw me doing something, but I ain't even come in the courtroom. Yeah, somebody else did. It was like 6 other Marines came in the courtroom, and he picked somebody. And I remember this big fat naval judge. He was mad because my lawyer knew that these people was trying to railroad him, and he was a white guy named Glenn Reinauer. Anyway, he gave me another, like, I had already been out. I was already out for like 2 years, and he called me and told me, like, yo, they overturned your whole joint. It's like, I don't remember the fuck that. So I don't go to the VA, and I wouldn't want to go to the VA because I remember when President Obama was in there, yo, people was dying at the VA. The Secret Service was tripping for them. Yeah, they was doing a lot of nut shit when Obama came. Yeah, his forward team, them jokers was getting drunk, all of that shit. That's what I remember. It's a lot of bullshit surrounding him in the military. So the one thing I remember that man for is, yeah, we didn't have to go down to VA, sit down there for days before we was seen and die down there or nothing. He let us go see private doctors. So them private fucking doctors got a duty to keep our shit private. Just like the fuck I can't get my serviceman record book or my medical records. Yeah, it was. I bet you they find. I bet you they find. Watch my medical records. They'll they'll like appear if I get killed. Watch. All that shit will magically appear. You know one thing about somebody that went to war because of their wisdom teeth. They taking all of them. And for that, they give you oxycodone or hydrocodone and Motrin. You get like 2 weeks off. So some of the stuff that went on, like, so then I never been to, been in trouble until after I came out of the military. Two dirty ass cops pull us over and find a gun in the car, and I don't know who fuck gun it was. It was why I go to jail for that on Thanksgiving. But when I went in front of the judge, it was a black judge, Judge Ronald B. Merriweather. prosecutors like, yo, we gave you 6 months, just say the gun was yours. You ain't even got my motherfucking fingerprints on this joint or nothing like I ever touched it. It's just that I had my military stuff in my trunk and the seats used to come down. And whoever was in the back seat, yeah, they slipped a gun on the side of these speakers I had. Subaru GL10 my grandma bought me because I graduated from boot camp. I know a lot of Renee's, but somebody said they's gonna do something to my auntie Renee. I don't do nothing. Shout out to whoever took that video and I was riding. I mean, I just seated because I wanted to make sure. I already know what happened. Meaning I don't know nothing. People just get footage for me, let me know the ill head and auntie night. She, all right, yeah, they can't even get up the street. And then today, my cousin sent me a job, and there was a picture. There was a video. He went live on Facebook. And it's a picture of a deer, and he said, "Yeah, you jump over that gate, we're gonna eat you." I didn't grow up around there. That's just where my family lived. Man, I was like right across the street from Girls High and Central. We couldn't even go to them schools. Yeah, you can't go to the girls' school, and you had to be like a fucking genius or something, scored on some test they had to get into Central High School. Yeah, right at whatever that is, Ogans and what is it? Ogans. Oh, Chill and Ogans Central. They always had they team, they football team always was winning. And I hated that shit. So as a cougar, the other joint we cut, it was Washington. We couldn't beat Washington. But I got knocked out in that game because I didn't give a fuck how big dude was. He was catching that ball I was playing. Yo, I don't know if y'all seen Brian thought that motherfucker used to fly around that motherfucker field, but he was cut up and everything. But I was only like 148 pounds. Yeah, but that motherfucker wasn't getting ready to get another yard, and he didn't. But he ain't trucked me. Yeah, I ain't never get trucked. And as the quarterback, I trucked niggas. Meaning at Ben Franklin High School, yeah, I knocked the nigga helmet off his whole fucking head and made the jaws pop out, everything. But I couldn't get on Penn State football team. None of that was in the paper, everything. Because yeah, they ain't really look at inner city schools. Yeah, we ain't used to even go to um, a championship. It was just the city championship. So I played with a dude that was a running back. His name well, his name was Jimmy Harris. Blair Thomas. Yeah, he held the record at our. He held the record at Frankfurt. And I forgot. I think the boy name was Maurice something. It might have been Maurice Hill or something. I don't know. Maurice. I know his name was Maurice, but he was that motherfucker that bust through that line like boom, bust through the line. But somebody sent me a picture and showed that they number 53, and it's in red. I'm either looking at it from the 3-5 or the 5-3. Yeah, I'm trying to hit you in between the numbers. That's fucking football. Yeah, you get your head down and bang. Then you got the cheerleader, you got the coach, and all of that. But the position you play, that's that's. I was taught to be a leader and not get into shit that I shouldn't get into by somebody dragging me all around the fucking field and then making me run. That's being a leader on the football field. You go to um, the Cougars. Yeah, I was the pitcher also. Yeah, I had a strong arm, but don't look at us. I remember I never seen JV. I never went to J varsity football. I went straight up. I went straight up to I was named because just because I could throw. So what I'm saying is, I'm picking this picture because yeah, that was football in high school. Then I went here. get hit in my head. So I ain't say nothing there, but I try to like, yeah, look shitty sharp. Man, this was my coming to life right here. Coming through the military from college. But I wasn't Gilligan down there. I'm trying to tell you, I went there for the money. I went there for the birds ad because they say, yo, $601, $600, but that shit, they tax that shit. You had to pay for them fucking clothes to be sharp. I don't know how much these BDUs are, but we had to camouflage them. So, but now all these is government properties. These is Gabardine. He got the green hat on and everything. Look at their hair. He's walking down with that right there. See, he's walking down like he's an instructor. The reason why I like this drawing, the other drawing I got, the mystery gang, because I don't listen. Someone would say that, some people would say that the military is a gang. No, we're not. We serve at, we serve at the fucking president or fucking president. You ever seen them? You ever seen them say, it was gangs in the military, but when young, like you went to the military, you would went fucking in no group. They might group us together, but we call it platoon. You know, if you get caught with anything, you do anything. If you go over whatever they teach you, name, rank, serial number. And other than that, you don't talk. You don't talk to them. Except as I got older, and man, fuck this. Every time I'm trying to get some money, y'all saying black people stumbling because I was being shiny. But my man told me, he's like, yo, shyness now, get the hammer. So that's what fucking happened. I got the hammer, but not the hammer like I'm talking about in the judge hand. He banged that gavel because we had curb appeal. When I say curb appeal, we had all that shit. Range Rovers, all of that. In fact, the motherfucker that was driving me, he was driving, yeah, the 2005 Range Rover Sport. That's him. I never heard that I bought my cars or anything and anything other than somebody that was related to me and the name of my company. And I signed for the company because I ran the company. My father-in-law was doing me a favor. So why would I ever, he did me that favor. I said, yo, 2, 3 years I'm gonna have that, I'm gonna buy this joint from you, all right? So I did it and gave him his bread. And then he asked for some more bread because he was part of the, I don't know if he was part of the local Masons. I just never went. He just asked for a donation. So I gave him a donation. I can't time get in front of that judge. But if the car was for me, I'm out fucking test driving the car. I'm not in there with you. I don't know your social security, nothing. Where you get that shit from? You telling the judge and all this shit. Like I ain't tell you a motherfucking thing. I asked you over the Jizzac, could you co-sign for me? The motherfucking Ben Stiller is the one that told you what to say on there. I already signed. What the fuck I gotta sit there and look for the next man to sign? I already called up that John, told him exactly which John I want. They ran the company credit. And board must have told him to tell him he worked that much. He worked at my company. He ain't had to say that. He had the fucking scores. He had like an 800 something score. He had to say nothing. He could have just said, "Yeah, I'm co-signing with my son." Nah, this nigga said I must have did it. What? And then wrote the judge I, to give me more time for something. What? Because they said you worked at my company. Man, motherfuckers lie every day. And that shit will turn into a fucking federal offense. Motherfuckers lie on their resume. Say you work for more. Yo, come on. Motherfuckers lie every day. So they had this other charge on there. But this prosecutor, she just really thought, I don't know where she got this thought that like I was fucking a mafia boss or something. I'm sitting in this joint with this boy named Jeffrey Miller. This nigga says some shit like, yo, why Rico or some he said some shit like that. I was like, what the fuck is you talking about? Don't be putting no shit in nobody mind. Don't tell her nothing. See what she want, what she think I did. So she came right on that drawing and started talking about some fucking underlane and all of this shit. Yeah. So if a motherfucker say something about, yo, yeah, you get the kickbacks or something like that, yeah, nigga, who you been talking to? Who sent you? Because if you say something about a kickback, I'm gonna think you're a motherfucking, you're a Resi, because that kickback shit comes straight out of a statute. Yeah. Last time somebody told me like that except for, yeah, the lady that had my kids. I don't know why. Like, you don't remember you signed that paper? Like, really? But regardless if she did or not, I would have took it, and I had to take it because I got two girls, a man. My daughter was 4 years, one was 4, the other one was like 10. I can't raise my girls, so I just signed up for the job. But when that lady said, because she said she had to be listening to my phone call like she was obsessed with me. And I know that this lady will follow me through the rest of her life for $3.6 million. But I do it legally. Ask Donald Trump. It's called the net operating laws. And y'all been taking my taxes like I owe somebody something. Who I owe taxes? I ain't never heard of fucking serviceman. You can't. Yo, I only went to fucking school for 2 years. But the Service Member Relief Act, y'all ain't even giving me my credit for that. Y'all just keep taking my taxes and all that shit. So I don't owe y'all shit. Y'all don't know how to fucking get a Service Member Relief Act? I only went to fuck to Penn State for 2 years. That's like a fucking associate's degree. So how y'all, the student loan people, keep, y'all still in existence, and they just now finding out now that y'all was doing this shit to servicemen? How? Like, yeah, cause y'all some fucking devils, and y'all doing things. But they're not. Um, they're not from the public sector. They're from the private sector. So I could never say who they are. And salute to my cousin Abdul. Because I don't gotta tell you nothing. You'll take this route. And that's what I want. I'm 8, and I got cousin S. That's what I want to get into. I don't know, but I'm not HS. I ain't none of that. I don't know them. I never met Miss Nicole. I don't know her. I don't know nobody down there. And I shout out McKenna all the time, so I don't know why someone say what they say, but I'm not worried about that because I'm not trying to hurt nobody in McKenna. Now you heard what I said. I'm not trying to hurt nobody in McKenna. Listen to the sound of my voice. There's certain people you just not gonna break. And should you break, you should give them, not even if you break, if you just tie them. Yeah. He said I was lying. But did you? You know how to spell the name. Yeah, you had it on that night. AKA. So my uncle died. Yeah. I don't know how many of us me, so I ain't died yet. Y'all see how many AKAs I have. Yeah. So play around with somebody's name and you tell them, yeah, don't, yo, look up my name, what it means. Since you doxing, look up my name, what it means. What Solomon means and what Mike means. So So niggas don't fucking talking about I'm gonna get it. Get it who? You my pop? Hey, you my pop. Who is my pop? Yo, that was my pop. That better been my fucking pop. Like that. So I ain't see nothing. You better calm the fuck down. Cause I don't even know you. I don't even know nobody in Kenny. I ain't never even seen them. So if they wanted to be seen, I don't be trying to be seen. Except through Microsoft Teams. Like, so somebody asked me, why is your chair always squeaking? Cause I stopped listening. I said, cause I move back and forth. I don't where it is. It's two big windows. Somebody might want to come in there and try to shoot through there. So I kind of move around. Yeah, you got motherfuckers on the internet saying yeah, they gonna come pull up on you, but they ain't come pull up on me like that. I said, you started, I'm fucking finished it. Like, I don't know who did what. I wasn't there. But I ain't heard nobody. Okay, that's what I mean when I say I don't know nothing. Fuck would you jump out there? Why would you jump out there for? I don't even know you. Got the remedy for any family business. I got the remedy. Ain't nobody gonna burn me because I ain't even letting the military burn me. So I'll be calculating up the time that I did and every fucking break I didn't catch. I'm not that one. I really do. When we be on, when I say I'm hunting a sniper, I really do shoot like that. So somebody you're actually putting it. I already know that they want you to push down on the drum. Then they have your fingerprints. So anytime I see that, and somebody showing me and they showing like they fingerprints, I'm like, the fuck are you that? What the fuck do that fingerprint? Or I see the drum say Warden. got my fingerprints on what? I advise you to go look at the website where we're registered as a bank. Private. But we don't come use none of y'all money. We don't use none of y'all money. Y'all got our money deposited in y'all shit. Yeah, illegally. So I know about how much we got in reserves. I mean, it's been like when I go in 2005, yeah, they put that so yeah, that's 2026. God damn, the maturity on that joint. Yeah, I learned to read a long time ago in the military taught me. Yeah, work for free. Yeah, they thought I was a slave. Fuck out of here. Well, I went out, I left. I don't get paid, I leave. Yeah, that's if I work for you. But you owe me? Yeah. Yeah, that's their money. That's government. That's the government money right there. I made that decision to go down there. I was going. I thought I was going, and I was doing it for my grandmother. Yeah, I ain't had a right. I was tired of asking them for money. So the boy was like 21, and I was like, so you saying all I have to do is go down here 3 months, $21? But what he didn't tell me is about the water. Another boy told me that. He came in, he said, yo, when you get down there, you're going to have to jump off. Boo, boo, boo. Go in that water, come back up, and start swimming. They want you to simulate dropping off of an aircraft carrier. So the first time I was a swimmer, but when that man said, yo, I want you to swim all the way to the bottom, touch it, the bottom, look back up and wave at us. What the fuck I'm doing that for? Yeah, let me go ahead and back up and try this again. Yeah, jump, boom. Yeah, you get in there, you hit the water. You're gonna naturally hit the bottom. I'm not swimming to the fucking bottom. Yeah, you jump off that motherfucker. Yeah, your feet hit the bottom. So all you do is just put your hands over yourself and wait till you get up to the top. And then you just start swimming. Hit the buoy line, go across the water, boom, that. And then you gotta swim with your BDUs and make sure you keep that weapon out the water. And you gotta swim on your back. You gotta learn how to blow the air into the camouflage. It's a flotation device. Those camouflage uniforms are flotation devices until a helicopter comes and get you. Yeah, rescue team. Yeah, I already been inside the ambulance from just getting knocked out. Yeah, I don't plan on getting shot, but I ain't worried about it. I ain't walking out with no fucking vest on. I don't do none of that shit. You know how many times just in 90 days you got practice to the kill every day. You practicing the kill for 90 days. Really like, because like the first 7 days, it's like, so come like 83. So 83 days. You just training it. You're supposed to know what to do. If somebody come and grab you by the neck, you supposed to know how to flip their ass over, break their fucking hands. Yeah, all that karate shit. I don't give a fuck about no karate, none of that shit. They make you box up there. And the other shit, they just, yeah, throw that, move that out the way, bang, yeah, grab the hand, boop, flip that hand over, boop, put that motherfucker down on the floor. He gonna give up. Yeah, break his knuckle if you have to. Just injury. It's a difference between what they say a combat vet is. A combat vet, or somebody that went into a combat. Really? With which so every day y'all had us running down on our own people that we wasn't in combat. He wasn't teaching us how to combat train. Yeah, because you can't just send somebody in there without teaching them. They don't know what to do. They'll be shooting each other in the fucking head and everything. No, they teaching you how to kill and sneak up on whoever every day. As soon as you get a clearance from the doctor. So I seen two names and the name says Syed. I said, damn, one of them can hang me up in court or try to. The other one, yeah, she can dig in my ass or something like that, say I need to be knocked out. I ain't, that's why I ain't going to the doctor. I'm not going to her. Somebody know what I'm talking about. One is a lawyer, and the other one is a doctor. But they're my primary care. She's my primary care doctor. And she works at Temple, and she just started working there. And she told me, she was telling me, I just started working here like a year ago. I was like, a year ago. And she ain't had none of my Temple didn't have none of my records. I had to tell her. She said your blood pressure down. I said, you see anybody sitting next to me? My blood pressure down by myself. The reason why I teach and say the things I say and contact with people, I said I hadn't apologized because if it was the truth, I don't want to know about it because I'm too far in. So why would you even come at me like that? Now, I don't know if y'all know that account. reason why I'm showing y'all stuff is trying to show we okay no matter what. It ain't a fucking amount that they can come up with and say that we owe anybody anything. We can pay them wherever we want to. Some people just don't realize it yet. I don't give a fuck what happened down at the VA. The VA can't never say anything. I ain't no fucking whistleblower. That's number one. It ain't the fuck me. Yeah, I ain't fucking talking to the VA if I'm gonna come against me. The whistleblower. False boy. Yeah, I told you I was trying to buy the company for $3 million. But I ain't like the way y'all was treating the Spanish drink. I knew what you was doing, but that's on you. I ain't none of my business. That's why I keep saying they. Because that's all you said was they said this, they said that. Who the fuck is they? I don't know they. Because day and night with me anytime. I said, shout out to all the fathers that's getting their money for their kids by any means necessary. You thought I was just the problem. No, I'm the solution. My name's Solomon. My name is Solomon. I never said I was a king or anything. I told from the beginning who I was. So if you broke into the computer, y'all know if I showed that paperwork, yeah, that might injure a family member. It might make me think something of a family member, so I didn't put it out. And then somebody called me trying to see if, I could do this. And I'm telling them, like, nah, I can't move no money right now. I'm not going to move no money right now. I'm not moving no money right now, unless it's going to the foundation. That's it. I'm not moving no money unless it's going to the foundation. The one that say .com. So I don't know why I'm coming to me say I don't know. Yeah, because nobody know nothing. Nobody should know nothing about me because I came right up to them and told them, Joe, this my name so they can go. Look, they don't have a OIG or the president. They get him on they put him on that articles of, what's the name? So I don't know the fucking president. Now, if you had something to do with Bank of America, that ain't my fucking problem. I've been telling y'all for I don't know how long. And citizens. Citizens is from the military. So every time I think I see Tutu, I think of the glasses. 4 eyes. So this nigga 4 eyes, like 4 eyes. Or I see 3 twos. I would say I think of six. Say down. I was locked up. I just got out. Hey, yo, got shit going back. I was in this on person A and person B. A and B. So as long as the military doesn't pay me anything that happens with military contracts. No, that's what he does. Why they not publishing my website? I pay for it. Why this is in German? up. That's what I'm saying. Who the fuck y'all think y'all are? Take my shit. I'm paying my fucking bread. So you broke that deep down into my joint that I done caught you in Microsoft Teams and I can't connect my website. You asked for it, whoever the fuck you are. So yeah, I've republished you what you said. You must have been talking to me. My man. Do it how you want to do it. Come up with a better plan. Yeah. So I ain't never leave Google. Google, Google diagnosed shit quick. That shit, find out what's going on. Like, yo, what the fuck going on with this joint? This on break. And it's on. Now, either my shit go up, you want to know how I make the market move? Look at the companies y'all fucking with. I'll take it. I heard the girl say somebody hit her from a GoDaddy account. Who hit you from a GoDaddy account? Let's just say I know who it is. I was trying to get into the site and it's blocking me into my Microsoft, um, my GoDaddy account. It kept going to this one place in Tennessee. I holler.